Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my flipping series where I'm trying to earn the most expensive gear in the game for every item slot. So for example, that's going to include stuff the Elysian, Pegasian boots, but also extremely rare items like the 3rd Age pickaxe, 3rd Age druidic top and bottom. Many items are well over max cash just on their own. Now coming up here very soon is combat achievements, and that's going to be the focus of today's episode. There's going to be a lot of money to be made there leading up to the update and possibly after as well. So we're going to make some investments, we're going to take some risks, and well, let's see what happens. As always guys, don't forget to leave a like in the video. For every 10 likes I get in the video, I'm going to be also buying a Onyx Dragonbolt E, which will be adding on to the total. Anyway guys, let's get started. Now in the last episode, we had quite a bit of success, however, also quite a few setbacks. We had a few profitable investments and a few mistakes. So while in the end we did make a significant amount of money, unfortunately not as much as we could have. So finishing up with June, we ended up with around 630 mil, 640 mil, something like that. So let's see what we can get done in July. Well, damn, that's a pretty good start to July if you ask me. Pretty much everything here is incredibly profitable. Now, leading up to combat achievements, I think we're going to have some success. Most things are going up in price right now. So if you buy anything, I mean, most likely it's going to have gone up a significant amount. The Blade of Saldor, we just flipped for 1.6 mil, not even really trying to do that. It was just worth more when I came back. Same thing for the Ring of Endurance. Unfortunately, I didn't buy more of those, but we just got like 1.8 mil on that without even really doing anything. The Anku Tops, we ended up getting around 600, 700k on each one of them. And finally here we had the 3rd Age Robes, which we managed to get, I think, 2.5 mil. Together on. So just on those flips, we're looking at over 8 mil in profit just with a combination of some rare items as well as some heavily desirable items right now due to the equipment rebalance and upcoming combat achievements. Now, thanks to the Fasani's Nightmare, the price of the ham joint has gone absolutely crazy recently. So much so that it went up from like 1 mil now up to 7 or 8 mil each, which is kind of insane. Pretty much all of today I've just been flipping ham joints and the new bow of Ferdinand, just kind of flipping what's popular right now. And I was reasonably successful. I mean, we ended up getting around 7.3 mil just in this session. Around 4 mil of that from the bow of Ferdinand and around 2 mil from the ham joints. A few other things in there as well, but I'm pretty happy with that session, definitely. Now, for some reason, the price of the ham joint just absolutely exploded right now. And when I logged back in, I was so excited because it looked like I had 10 ham joints, but unfortunately I just had 1. I forgot I had sold them back. If I had had 10 of them, I would have just made so much money because they just jumped up to 7.2 mil. They all just jumped up a mil in value right now for some reason. Sadly, I only had 1 of them, but I mean, that's still just a random 1 mil profit. I'm not exactly unhappy with that, but it could have been way more. Official release date, which is going to be Wednesday, July 21st, and many things related to combat are starting to go up in price. Now, yes, I'm going to make some investments. However, instead of just dumping all of my money into blood shards, for example, I'm just going to try to take advantage of the naturally increasing market to do a bunch of very profitable flips, mini investments, and swing trades, stuff like that. So I've already had a very successful flip on the Inquisitor's plate skirt. We ended up getting 3 mil on both of them. So thanks to an increase in market, we just got 6.5 mil on an Inquisitor's plate skirt flip, which is insane. Expect Inquisitors and most items that are used in the Theater of Blood, the Nightmare, and the Chambers of Zarok to just keep going up in price until combat achievements. After then, it's going to be a bit of a dice roll. I kind of expect things are going to crash after. We're going to have to see though. Now, two items that are going up very quickly due to combat achievements are the Volatile Orb and the Bow of Ferdinand. Now, I bought these just last night and they've already gone up a significant amount. I'm shooting to get a 5 mil margin on both of them. So if we're successful, that will be a really nice quick turnaround time. Looking on GE Tracker here, we can see that the Bow of Ferdinand is trending upwards. Just in the last day, it's gone up by about 3 or 4 mil. And if we hop over here to the Volatile Orb, we can see it's a bit all over the place. However, I mean, we bought this around 24 hours ago for around 163, so we're looking to make a bunch of money on that as well. As always, guys, GE Tracker is a sponsor of the channel. They really do help support the channel, and they have a really awesome set of tools on their website, including historical data that goes all the way back to 2017. So as always, if you want to support the channel, go check them out. There will be a link in the description for that. Now, I'm trying to be patient here. We're going to hold the Volatile Orb and the Bow of Ferdinand for a bit longer because they do seem to just still be trending upwards. Now, the strategy I want to continue on with going forward is just trying to buy some items I think are going to go up in the short term, not hold them for too long and just try to take some profit. I am pretty confident that most of the Nightmare items are going to be going upwards, at least until the 21st. So to go along with our Bow of Ferdinand and the Volatile Orb, we're also going to buy the Nightmare Staff. And to go along with that, I'm going to invest in another Volatile Orb. Well, there we go, guys. Everything important has bought or sold. We're getting some very large margins on everything. Now, the Volatile Orb, we ended up getting a 5 mil margin, I think like 4.8 mil. And on the Bow of Ferdinand, I managed to get a 5.3 mil margin just on a single item, which is crazy. I also ended up buying another Volatile Orb, and I'm going to try going for another 5 mil margin on it. Pretty insane. I mean, you don't normally get margins that good on an item like this, but it's trending upwards still. And we still have around a week until Combat Achievements comes out, so I think this is still a reasonable flip. Now, I'm going to be away for a couple of days, so we're going to try to take advantage of this time by putting in a few speculative offers. The Bow of Ferdinand is a bit of an anomaly right now. Players don't really know how useful it's going to be with combat achievements, or just really how useful it is overall. You can see it going up and down a lot, along with the Twisted Bow every day. However, I think personally it's still going to go up until Combat Achievements comes out, pretty much like everything else is right now. So we're going to go ahead and buy 2 Bow of Ferdinands and hope while we're gone we get lucky or the value continues to appreciate. But yeah, we're going to be back I think on the 19th, so we're going to have to see if this pays off or not. I'm back for my weekend and I didn't check it at all while I was gone. I didn't want to trip myself out, freak out, anything like that. And I'm glad I did because we had some absolutely perfect flips. Now the Volatile Orb I would say is probably my most perfect flip of all time. Not the biggest flip, but the most well-timed. So the Volatile Orb I ended up getting 4 mil in profit on, very good. But the Bow of Ferdinand ended up being our biggest flip in quite a while, 13.5 mil in profit just on 2 of them. And we bought them for 314 mil and sold them for 327 mil. Completely crazy. I'm really glad I held on to those items while I was gone. So 13.5 mil in the Bow of Ferdinand, definitely the largest flip. However, the Volatile Orb was so perfectly timed. I had to sell price at 170 mil and there was only a few hours where it actually hit that price in the last 3 days. I managed to sell it for 170, and after that it's dropped right back down to 167. So I somehow managed to pick the perfect price, pick the peak, sell it at the highest point, and buy it at a reasonable price. So I'm kind of impressed. So it is the morning before Combat Achievements here. We're trying to get a couple of other good flips in right before the update. First up, we got a 1.1 mil profit on the 3rd Age plate body. Not bad. I don't really know why this item is going up, but I'll take the money, why not? However, the main focus here is on the Inquisitor's Halberd. We bought 2 of them overnight for 208.4 mil, hoping it would appreciate overnight, and it looks like it actually did. Now, how much should I hold on for? I'm not really sure. It's currently up to 211.4 mil. Now, I kind of want to hold on to this for a bit because, I mean, just a couple of days ago it was worth 220 mil, so I mean, that would be amazing. Now, the one item I've been kind of flip-flopping on for a while now is the Blood Shard. It seems very likely that the Blood Shard will be necessary to complete some of the challenges, as some of the challenges they have mentioned are going to be included are stuff like get 30 kills in a God Wars dungeon room without leaving, which means the Blood Shard could be extremely helpful there. Okay, well, we ended up dumping the Inquisitor's Halberd for 211 mil. We could have gotten more money for sure, but we're going to take our 5 mil profit. And I'm still pretty happy with that. even though I think it already went up more. But what are you going to do about it? It's pretty hard to time things perfectly. I'd rather get 5 mil in profit now than just end up losing 10 mil later. So now I have been slowly buying blood shards throughout the day. I think I'm going to hold them until tomorrow. A bit risky for sure. However, last time I didn't hold on long enough for a similar item, so we're just going to risk it for the content anyway. So I will see you guys tomorrow with the combat achievements release, and we're going to see what happens. I think it could be a little bit crazy. Okay, we are up way too early, but so far nothing has happened yet. I mean, the update's out for sure, but prices haven't changed too much. Overnight, I really didn't hold any items that were PVM related, except for the volatile orb, which luckily sold off last night. So I'm pretty happy when I woke up that only half of my blood shards had bought. That means that, well, that didn't totally crash overnight. I haven't checked it yet. So yeah, it's a little lukewarm. Maybe we could sell them for 7.5 mil. I'm gonna hold them a bit longer though, because they definitely should be useful. Really, it's gonna come down to how many people do the combat achievements, how worthwhile they are, how popular they are. Well, we actually got a really good flip on a completely not related item at all. We ended up getting a giant flip on the Dragon Kite Shield, 4.4 mil in profit on that item. I think fairly unrelated to combat achievements. I don't think a Dragon Kite Shield is necessary. Whatever though, we also ended up getting 2 mil on the Anku top, so off to a pretty good start, even though it's not really totally related to combat achievements. Now at this point, I've noticed quite a few items crashing. The Eldritch Orb had a giant sell-off. I tried to take advantage of it. I only managed to buy one of them for around 56.5 mil or something. It's already recovered back up to 59 mils. So that was definitely a good call. Already looking to make around 3 or 4 mil on that item. So as of right now, we're actually up to 734 mil. Not bad. Haven't checked in quite a while. Alright guys, so after quite a bit of finessing, we ended up losing a bit of money today. I really tried to take advantage of price crashes, but it's just so unpredictable. I mean, we just lost 8 mil on the Inquisitor's plate skirt. We pretty much broke even on the blood shards and lost a bit of money on the Sanguinestes. Once again, I gotta stop buying this item. So I really need to start being a little bit more apprehensive post-update. I keep buying items after they've crashed by 5%. I'm like, wow, this has got to be a good deal, not knowing that they can definitely crash further than that. And unfortunately, previously we had around 734 mil, and now we're down to 720 mil. So we lost around 15 mil, but it definitely could have been worse. So yeah, that's probably where I'm going to end it for today, guys. We had quite a few successful flips. This time I didn't make a giant long-term investment. However, we made quite a few mini investments, really profitable overnight flips off the backs of mainly PVM items. So in the end, I actually ended up making around 100 mil in this episode, which is very good considering I didn't make that many flips. I mean, most of these were expensive items I held on to for a day or two, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, I like doing that. So now we are 100% caught up, so the next episode will come out when it comes out. So we're working on it right now, and I'm excited to share it with you when it's done. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Now before I go here, as always, I'd love to thank all of my members over on YouTube. A giant thank you to Guy Fox, Ocelot, Timothy Chen, Wolf of the Hunt, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed at the Dragon tier membership. You guys are awesome as always, really appreciate it. Also a giant thank you to Mexos, Branton Graffin, Hunter Durant, Yo-Yo Sub 89, Lord Dojin, Connor B, Birdbot, and Base Titch. And of course, thank you to all of my other YouTube members as well. If you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. Get immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to my video release schedule, and of course, get a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks again, guys, as always, and I'll see you next time.